What's poppin', everybody? This is the one and only Queen Regal,
Your man Roger Lamar,
Your boy Leon,
and we are Culture of the Sexes.
culture of the sexes.
culture of the sexes.
Hey, and today we are excited to be in the building. But the things that have been going on this week in the culture, man, it's a lot of shit that has been going on. Not a lot of shit to be proud about, but definitely some things that I feel like bring to the forefront of a lot of people in our community that shit has to change. And before we get into the episode, I just want to take a moment to kind of have a moment of silence for the individuals that have lost their lives, their families, and anyone suffering because of it. All right, amen. All right, man. So how you guys feeling about everything?
I mean, hey, another week in the books, work, amongst other things, man. But with the things that's going on right now in the world, man, it kind of, it feels a little different this week. So,
For sure.
like I said, everything's been good. Can't really complain, personally, but yeah, it's just been a hell of a week, man. Yeah, sure.
Right.
Yeah.
It has been a hell of a week with just different shit going on. Like I just keep pushing through it. I can't complain about it because there's somebody out there that's doing worse than I am. So
Right.
I cannot complain about it. I just all the hardworking people continue to work, get what you get.
Definitely. And it's like, I just think as a culture right now, it's unfortunate that so much terror is kind of yet again bringing us together. I feel like with each tragic thing that kind of hits our culture, it brings us closer and closer together. I just feel really disheartened sometimes that it's always the tragic shit that is bringing us closer together instead of us realizing that it really is time to just band up. Sometimes like on some proactive shit instead of it always being so reactive. But I mean, with the war on black skin that has been going on, that is continuously going on, to the passing of legends like Little Richard passed away this week. Andre Harrell passed away, and so it's just like, damn. Current young black lives that have yet to reach their full potential, to legends passing in our culture. It's just a lot going on, all while dealing with COVID-19. Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, well, first of all, I do want to say this because it is Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to all the beautiful mothers out there.
With you, happy Mother's Day.
Forget that.
Mother's Day, everyone.
Yeah, man. Like I said, without y'all, man, there is no us. So loved and appreciated each and every one of you.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Like I said, I was talking to my mom, and she was getting kind of concerned about like the numbers of people, the numbers when it comes to COVID-19 and all this stuff. And I'm just telling her, man, like, look, the numbers are going up because the amount of tests are going up now. So that's the reason why. It's not new cases, it's new to them. You know what I mean? So stuff like that. But then and then too, like, I was just thinking about it, and one day I did make a post. And I was just saying, man, like, like we out here fearing everything. We're fearing COVID-19, coronavirus, or whatever you want to call it. Like we don't got cancer, lupus, high blood pressure, and everything else that's killing us all. People didn't just start dying when COVID-19 came along. Pneumonia, cold, flu, all that stuff was here. You know what I mean? Then they're talking about, well, now we got murder hornets. We really have something to fear because it just touched down in the U.S. You think it ain't no damn killer bugs here now?
Right.
Especially Arizona. This shit.
Yeah.
I don't even want to go outside most times.
Killer bugs, snakes, all kind of animals that can hit you one time and take you out. And then you want us to fear a murder hornet. That's one of many things that can take you out in this world.
Like white people.
But being black, walking down the street is something that I'm scared about now, and I got kids.
That's the thing about it.
I got kids, man. I can't see myself, you know what I'm saying, learning about my child getting shot by somebody because they just felt like they had the right to do so. And then they don't get arrested until 74 days later. It takes you 74 days in a video to go viral for you to do something. They wouldn't have made it 74 days if it was mine. I ain't marching. I ain't going on camera crying. If you catch me, I'm going to say, go ahead and let them go. Don't even worry about the rest of it, because we know where they live at already. You can come get me afterwards. It's going to be me or them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like, you know, and even watching the Brian Davis video, which when I showed y'all,
Yeah.
I put that out there too for y'all to see it. But it's like, you know what I'm saying? He was just asking, man, how long are we going to continue, you know what I'm saying, to conform, to do this, to march? Or I understand y'all want to run 2.23 miles. I get that. That's cool. But that ain't going to help. It's cute. Marching is cute. But
Yeah.
what it's not changing nothing.
Because we have to have a complete change mentally. Our mentality has to change. Our spending habits have to change as a community. There's a lot that has to change. What I can appreciate about the I Run with Mod is that now we see that we can unify, because we come out for protests, we come out for marches. Let's get that shit on a deeper and higher level of thinking, and start thinking more sustainability as a people and not as a country. And I don't want to tell people not to be Americans or not to feel like this is home, but when we really think about it, well, actually, shit, I am trying to tell people that, because this country does not want us. Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying? We're here. They don't want us. They're trying to get rid of as many of us as they can. And it's working. And they're going unharmed. They're not having any penalties, no punishment. But we're left having marches and things like that. We have to change the way, we have to change our financial thumbprint in the world, basically. We need to make shit black, buy shit black, keep things black, keep our dollars circulating within the black community so that we can build the black community up. Until we really make them miss our money, because when we think about how much money we spend in a year as a race, we are a huge portion of the, what am I trying to say? The financial impact in the world. And we just got to start utilizing that shit better. Make our dollars count for something more than just having shit to have shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I will say the same. Like, we just got to start working together as just overall the black community. We need to come together and stop going against one another. I see too many times when we meet people that we really don't know, and we right away judge, like, oh, that nigga ain't got nothing, or that she ain't got. It's like, dude, why can't we just be like, hey, how you doing? Like how you get to this, or help me get to this, or something. Just working together to get that money. Like you said, we are a huge financial impact. If we will stop doing stuff and we'll have our own, and they'll see it, and they have to respect us more than they do. Because you look at TV most of the day, they're not respecting black people at all, and it sucks. But I feel like if we don't come together, it's gonna continue to happen.
Yeah, I mean, you might every now and again, you know what I'm saying? You get somebody that come through and say something, but ain't nobody coming to help us. If we don't help ourselves, if we don't love ourselves, then nothing's going to change. They're going to continue to shoot us, continue to do whatever they want to us. It's like you just have to accept it. You know what I mean? You might get one or two that fight back, but one or two against, you know what I mean, the rest of the world.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's definitely gonna take a collective. And I've been seeing posts that saying like, people around me who seeing these things impact my communities, and they're complacent, they're not saying things, they're not speaking out about it. There's posts or people are saying like, those kind of people, I don't really want them around me either. That makes me uncomfortable, because this could easily be me. It could be one of you guys. It could be our children, our uncles, our brothers, our nephews, anything. And what's the difference between if it's me or them? Just if it's right or wrong, regardless if you know them or not, How come you're not just standing on what's right and fighting for that? And then I have some people who feel kind of like uncomfortable about speaking on those issues. And it's just like, I definitely get both sides. It's uncomfortable as fuck to talk about the big ass elephant in the room that the government, the prison system, cops being able to murder Black people, all going unpunished. Like, this whole system is set up to take them out. It is uncomfortable to talk about that shit, but I guarantee you it's way more uncomfortable to live that shit. And having to live your life saying, damn, I may not be able to walk to my fucking mailbox at this point without the fucking opportunity or the chance that I might get shot and killed by the police, or with anybody that looks at my skin as a weapon, as something to fear, and just die, and that's it. They get to go on and live their lives, and my shit's just ended, leaking on the fucking asphalt. Like, so I feel that, like, people gotta start speaking up about this shit, because we show up for everybody's fucking fight, ready to go to bat, swinging hard. Every fight we're there. You know, the fight in the Mexican American community, Black people be there riding. The Native Americans, we're there. Like, anybody that's facing any type of oppression, I feel like Black people be showing up. And then when it comes time to show up for us, sometimes it's like, where is it? What's going on? Y'all just don't have anything to say anymore? And I think it just has to be, it just has to be a collective, man. Like, y'all got to stop looking at this shit and just saying, oh, Black people are tripping. No, this is hard code evidence that keeps coming and keeps happening it's like every fucking day there's something else, or multiple things happening. It's crazy.
Yeah.
With it.
Go ahead. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it's really not going to stop, like, unless we do something. And it's funny because, you know, this is something that happened back in February, man. February.
Yeah.
Now just think about, what if Alan Tucker, which was the attorney who released the video,
right,
never released that video?
They would be free. They would be free if they never released it. They had no intentions of arresting those men. They had no intention. And especially because officials knew of this murder way closer to the date, like 4 days after the murder happened, you knew about this death. There's a documented evidence of letters of recusal from Jackie Johnson. So officials and law enforcement knew about it, and they did nothing about it for several months because nobody was forcing them to.
And it's crazy because, like, what is it? The DA knew the people or the dudes that shot him, and that's why they didn't pursue the arrest. And like I said, 2 months, these cats was kicking and living their life for 2 months while, you know, Ahmaud's family sitting here suffering over loss of their father and brother. I don't know if he had kids or not, but their family member.
Yeah.
To some shit they assumed. And they said, I was a citizen's arrest. Like, you ain't even sitting on it. What was in there to steal? It was a house that was under construction. Was nothing in there. It was a gutted house that he had ran in, looked around, and then came back out and kept running. It's crazy.
Yeah, and it just is asinine to me that, one, that Alan had information like this, had evidence like this, and sat on it for so long. That's crazy. And that really he was out for a jog, just jogging, not doing anything, not hurting anybody, just going for a run. Like, we can't even go get a breath of fresh air no more. That's just crazy. And it's like, everybody, we always talk, and I think it's with us too, we always talk about sometimes what we have to do differently as a people, what we have to do differently. But it's like, when we really think about it, we're just fucking living. All we're doing is living. You know what I'm saying? And people are killing us. I don't think that's a us thing that we have to change sometimes. Like, we just got to keep living. And we got to start. Of course, I understand, like, fighting for something different and not being so pitted against each other. But that shit is going to eventually happen. But the main thing is they got to stop pulling the damn trigger. That's what we really got to focus on. And I think that we just need to do more rallying together to make sure that the motherfuckers that are going to continue pulling the trigger are going to continue to feel our wrath. And we really got to come together and start really targeting, because these two, Gregory and Travis McMichael, they were arrested 2 days after that video was released because we started applying pressure. Our impact is strong. And I think we just got to really start speaking to our strengths more than our weaknesses as a culture and as a people. I think once we focus on that and be more solution driven, we're going to really start seeing some things come together, because we can really do things. Like, and now that they already got arrested. Now they're uncovering the whole kind of thing, like all the different lies that were told about why they were after him and the different connections that they have to law enforcement. And it's like shit's starting to unfold. And it's like this goes deeper than even we knew originally. And so it's going to be interesting to see kind of what happens and how many heads will roll. So, yeah.
Do y'all think the people that was involved and let the shit skate through for so long should be held accountable as well?
Everybody should be held accountable.
Everybody.
This is the reason why it keeps happening, is because nobody's ever held accountable.
Right.
Nobody's ever held accountable. You can go out there and do whatever you want to a black man and nothing happens, right? Even now, like people over here happy, yay, they got arrested. What the hell do that mean? They didn't get convicted?
Yeah.
There's still a whole nother trial. And then it's like they came in and have a jury. They said they want to take it to a trial, but with this shit going on, they can't even have a trial because of social distancing. It's forbidden based off what they said in the courtroom. Like, you can't even have a trial. So granted, they're in jail, but they still kind of had an opportunity to possibly get out.
And then what kills me too is now they got Facebook page and GoFundMe and all stuff talking about justice for them. Justice for them.
Really?
Yeah.
You just right there?
Shit earlier.
No, I didn't see that.
Oh yeah. Yes.
These guys out here wild and shit. They don't care about black people, yo.
Justice for them.
The caucasity of it all. Oh, the caucasity of it all. Like,
man, listen.
I get so tired though of them coming for our people and then crying victim when somebody apply a little bit of pressure to you. You out here murdering folks, but now you're talking about justice for yourself? For what? You're on camera murdering someone.
Cold blood. You brought a weapon to the game.
Right.
Like, you could have said, you could have stopped, you could have talked to him. First off, you should have called the police. Like, you brought the shotgun out. And he was trying to probably run, based off what I seen from it, is he was trying to run past him. They pulled in front of the middle of the street. He tried to run around them, and then they interacted with each other. When had 3 shotgun blasts go off.
The guy stood in front of him.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Trying to get around him. And at that point, you like, well, if I don't fight for my life, I can't outrun this bullet. So
right.
At some point, like, let me try to get this gun away, but there was no, I mean, even if you would have got the gun away from that guy, the other guy could have just shot him clean in the back because he's right behind.
It looked like he was loading up in the back the bed. If you look at the video, he looked like he was loading up his shotgun or rifle or whatever it was.
Now
he was in the bed.
You're attacking my daddy.
Right.
Yeah. Because that's what it looked like when he like when he hit the car, it looked like he was running around the truck and he seen it like, well shit, this nigga got a whole shotgun. And like at this point he's like, I have to try to get it from him or something, and gone. Just like that.
Right away when he run around the truck, you hear the first shotgun blast. So you know that's what he was on right away. As soon as he went around the truck, you hear the shotgun blast, and then they come around the other side. So you hear another one, and then they come back in the picture again. And I think that third one is the one that hit him because that's when he dropped that. It's crazy, man, just to watch it. Like, I watched it the first time, like, damn, this shit, the movie or something? Like, I don't understand. Like, this shit really happening on a daily, and just the
broad daylight.
When I first seen it, I just thought it was something new because I hadn't never heard of it prior to a couple of days ago. And then I started reading the story. That shit said February 23rd. I'm like, damn. Like, I watch the news damn near every day, and it was just amazing that nobody heard anything until now.
Again, like I said, that's what it was. It was Alan Tucker who put the video out, and I think I sent y'all something said about diffusing, diffuse the tension around the shooting. First of all, I'm like, what shooting? Because we just not seeing this. Second of all, how the hell is that going to diffuse it? Because that just made me angry. So, yeah, no, I don't understand none of what they're talking about as far as like how they even. I don't understand none of it right now. Like, how do you feel like that would diffuse anything? If anything, what it would do is it would anger somebody of color because the dude he wasn't doing nothing.
And they knew about it sooner than that. So that's the thing about it. They've been sitting on the information because this happened on February 23rd. On the 27th of February, Jackie Johnson recused herself in her office from the case because I believe one of the McMichaels, either the father or the son, used to work for that office and was law enforcement. So that means a few different things. 4 days after the shooting, you knew about it, and you knew that the suspect, there was a conflict of interest. So you knew who shot him. Y'all knew that shit at the end of February and did not arrest that man, did not put in any efforts towards arresting him or having him investigated all the way until May after a video was released and you guys got y'all asses caught. And we said, no, somebody needs to go down for this. And then y'all allowed them to be arrested.
No, not to cut you off. They knew that day who shot you. You knew who shot him right then and there. When they got to the scene, you knew who shot. They didn't leave. They were still there. So they knew already. You knew who shot him. They should have been.
And that's the thing, though. Everything about this case is so current. There's nothing from that. Where's the original police report? Were the police called? Did they try to cover it up? What the fuck happened? We don't know because every news article is from May 8th, 9th, 10th, a few hours ago. Nothing is from February. I want to know who called the damn police. Where's that police recording? I want to know who was the first responding damn officer because shit is not making sense.
Who was the guy that recorded the video?
Right, that's what I was saying too.
Where's he at?
I think his name is William Rod something.
Apparently he's getting death threats from what I read.
Yes, we gotta go ahead.
You know what I mean? So even because he just shot the video, now he's getting death threats. But Alan Tucker was the one who released the video anonymously, not even, straight up. He did it anonymously to I forgot what station. But if he had not done that, that's my question to this whole thing. Would these two men be walking around right now?
You already been doing it for the last 2 months. Shit,
why
they would have.
And you know what they're thinking? Shit, thank God coronavirus came. Hopefully everybody keep talking about that shit. Everyone's scared. No one's going to figure this shit out. We getting away. And they just biding their time, hoping enough time will go by for them to feel safe once again in their community. And then it leads me to think, has this shit happened before? How many other unarmed black men have gone missing in this Brunswick neighborhood? How do we know they're not just picking them off? And they got away with it. And that's what they think is going to happen this time. And then how many other times has this happened in so many communities and neighborhoods in America? Black people just picked off. Oh, we don't know what happened. He was just here on his way home. He went to the store to pick up some milk or just little things and then never heard of again. Just gone.
Like, just think about it now. How many black women went missing? Right? We forgot all about that. Nobody even knows anymore. Just gone. How, Sway? Like,
right.
How they just disappearing? Nobody, and then all of a sudden, boom, you hear nothing. It's just silence. Like you hear nothing.
It goes away like it never happened.
Right. Oh, coronavirus now. You know what I'm saying? Oh no, everybody's getting sick. Wash your hands and cover your face. And what happened to such and such that was missing?
Yeah.
A couple months ago.
Ain't shit on the news other than this fucking coronavirus.
Right.
That's shit. Everything is being covered up.
That's why I don't watch the news, man. That's the number one reason right now why I don't trust nothing. Not now one of them got to say. I don't trust none of
them. Each hour is the same story, but a different wording. It's like, hey, I just said something different earlier. When I watch the news, man, I just take my gist of what I got out of it because I know it ain't true. But not all of it, at least.
Yeah, they're throwing a lot of stories out here, man. That's old, right? Stories with new dates.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They're doing that too, and I'm like, dude, stop doing that. You're confusing. You know what I'm saying? It's just making things more difficult.
I posted this video a few weeks ago, and it was Operation Mockingbird, and it's different news outlets from all over the country. So different shit should be going on in these different states. They are all saying the exact same thing, like, and it's just like robots, and it's because it's programming. They have to television programming keep putting the one clear message in this head all over. If we keep doing that enough, everybody will believe that one message, and that's what the fuck's going on. And that's why it's all just COVID, 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 COVID. I am not discrediting the deaths that people are experiencing, the griefs that families are having. It's a very real thing, and I hate that we are all going through this. But there is so much more shit going on in our world, both tragic and some very, very fucking amazing things that are going on. But all we're hearing is, excuse me, wear your mask, wash your hands, wear your mask, wash your hands, more deaths, more deaths, more deaths. Never any good shit that's going on about it. Like, well, people who were sick are getting, what about the numbers of people who are recovering? We don't hear none of that shit. No hope, nothing. They just want fear, 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 fear.
Right.
And it, fear, fear, and cover up. That's it. They covering up other shit that's going on. There's so many people that have died that are of color at the name of racism. Like, that's all we can really call it. We just gotta call that shit what it is. There's so many racist people in this country. And there's a war on brown skin, on black skin. That's just really what it's been for decades. And this, no, not even decades. It's so many years, so many years. Like, it's just crazy. And I think for us to not realize it at this point is really sad if you're still choosing not to see a clear picture of what the fuck's going on. And at this point, it is a choice. And if you're choosing to not believe it, then I gotta choose to see this for what it is. You don't care about me, people that look like me. What we go through doesn't affect you. And that's cool. I can understand that. You're not relating to it, that's not your struggle, cool. But maybe you and I shouldn't be as tight as I thought we were. You know what I'm saying? That's just where I'm kind of coming from right now, because this shit is gut wrenching every single time it happens. Like, it's like the air has been taken out from us. We're really sad about it. We try to, find some peace, trying to get better, try to find some laughter in it, and then it happens again. And it's just a cycle now, an ongoing cycle. And I just really don't want that to be like our children's future. Like, we just gonna keep dying anyway. Like, what's the point of having hope? What's the point of trying to succeed and become something? Because when I get there, on my way to getting there, I'm just gonna get killed. And then, unfortunately, that's a very real possibility for our young black children.
Yeah, that's a fear, man. Like, that. You know what? I rarely fear something, but that, you know what I mean? Like, I just fear what is not. Well, it is what happened to mine, but also my reaction. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just looking at this death by race for the COVID.
Right.
Gee, it is so many more black compared to other races. It is ridiculous, like, by far. Like, I don't know how it's broken down by like thousands or thousands of people, but the bar graph is substantially more in blacks compared to any other race by far, which is crazy. But you don't hear that shit though.
But it's hard to, even when you hear those numbers, right? Where are they coming from?
I agree with that too.
At this stage of the game, I'm like, where are these numbers coming from? Right? Where are all these bodies that y'all talking about? Where is all this stuff? You give me all these numbers telling black people what they should fear because, we are the ones getting killed off the most. Yeah. By ignorant people. That's what we're getting killed off by. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to talk about those numbers.
Right.
We got all the numbers when it comes to COVID-19 though, huh? You see what I'm saying?
Broken down.
Yes.
Broken all the way down.
You can kick whatever number you want, not my way. Like I said, people die from cancer. lupus, AIDS, and a whole host of other things. Okay, I ain't trying to hear that crap. You know what I'm saying? Tell me why it took y'all 74 days to arrest two men that had guns in their hands when you got to the scene.
Thank you.
When you can tell me that, and you can explain that to me, and make it make sense to me, you can tell me whatever number you want to at that point. Right now, you can't tell me shit.
That part.
I would want to hear that reasoning. Like, tell me why it took 74 days. I really want to know an answer. Like, that's the first answer I really want to hear. Why did it take y'all that long to arrest? They wouldn't even question. And that's the fucked up part.
Why it took so many days, and who were the responding officers? Because they definitely need their badges stripped from them. They need to be arrested as well, because I don't know if an investigation was sparked that night, because there's really no clear information on what really happened. The earliest I can get, and I'm not a professional journalist or no shit like that, I don't even consider myself a journalist, but I was doing some research, and the earliest date I could see was the 27th of February. What happened on the 23rd? What happened that day, that evening, that afternoon? What took place there? Who covered some shit up or didn't provide enough information for the arrest to happen that day? Somebody fumbled the motherfucking ball when they had a slam dunk right in their motherfucking hands. So I'm confused.
That's two sports, but I understand what you mean.
No, speaking of slam dunks, right? Let's talk about Shannon Brown. How long did it take for him to get arrested when two people just decided to walk in his house because they had a for sale sign up? You know what? Well, maybe we can just go in and have a tour. And he shot at them, didn't hit nobody, but he thought somebody was breaking into his home. How fast did he get arrested? It sure didn't take no 74 goddamn days. I can take that.
And he was well within his damn rights to shoot
in his house.
Firearm in his fucking house.
He got arrested.
That's crazy.
Riddle me that. So when you want to talk about some COVID-19 numbers, fuck all that. Excuse my language. Forget all that. Forget all that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about the 74 days.
Yeah, that part.
That's the number I want to know about. Tell me about the 74 days or the 1 to 2 days that it took you to arrest Shannon Brown in his house that somebody just walked into.
You can't even protect your own property.
Right.
It's not ours anyway. That's what they're trying to tell us. What you doing? Why are you shooting at our shit? In our shit? Like, this ain't yours. It's like, no matter how far we try to get, what better lives we try to create for ourselves, I feel like they always be trying to just make us let us know, like, at any point in time, we can either end your life or take what you have. And like, still that kind of we own you type mentality. You know what I'm saying? And that shit is it's sickening. It really is sickening. I just feel like, and I was listening to The Breakfast Club, and Charlamagne said, through this month, it's the Mental Health Awareness Month, right? He's saying, as a form of self-care, all Black people should be carrying guns and knowing how to use them. And, I would love to subscribe to the notion that, hey, it should be cool. Like, the people who want to have guns, you carry your gun. If you don't want to carry a gun, don't carry a gun. But it's sad that I kind of really do feel like all Black people need some guns and need to know how to use them, some type of weapon, some type of training, because there's a war against us and we're not equipped for the war. And it's unfortunate. We have a huge disadvantage. Huge disadvantage, man.
Yeah, like I said, I forget the news. Okay. Y'all can watch that if y'all want to. It's totally up to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what they put on Facebook, Instagram, whatever y'all put out there, until somebody can explain to me why a man got shot for running down the street because somebody wanted to be the police. You the ex-police. So you should have known off top that this wasn't right.
Mm-hmm.
But you just get to blast somebody away and you get to go home and eat dinner, bro. You can explain to me why you had 74 plus meals at home after shooting somebody, then y'all can come talk to me after that. Until then, I don't want to hear nothing.
Yeah, but I definitely think that shit, had our good brother had a gun, he may have had a fighting damn chance.
Maybe.
May have had a fighting chance, man.
It took them 74 days to arrest him.
It damn sure wouldn't have taken them that long.
That's going to stick with me. I'm going to say 74 for a long time.
Right.
32, 74.
Yeah.
4 days, and thanks to the guy that whatever intention he had on putting that video out, for doing so, because even the family didn't see that video right away.
The family was told something totally different from what until that video came out.
Right. They
Based off what they said.
Right away. They didn't see the video until much later.
Wow.
So that's when you're going to find out, you know what I'm saying, with everybody else.
And see, that's kind of the story I wanted to see. So the family was told a totally different story than what was released to us.
Mm-hmm. Say it was a burglary and suspect in the area. There was no burglaries reported that day. Like it was just totally set up totally different from what they would until they seen the video. They was told totally different information.
Mm.
But again, it is the media saying it, so it depends on how you want to take it. Unfortunately, the media spreads every goddamn thing to ratings. And no matter if it's true or false, they're going to spin it to a way to get the most ratings that they can.
Right. Right. It's like I said, until we do something.
Got to.
We can have Vice Lords, GDs, Bloods, Crips. We can have all these different things to fight each other, but until we do something, you know, until we get like Huey P and them boys back in the day, right? When you not only had guns, but you were smart, right? You were smart. You knew the laws. So no matter what, you know what I'm saying, you was within your right to blow somebody away. So until we get on that level, until we learn how to stick together, until we figure out that just marching alone ain't gonna do, and I'm not talking about going out and killing people, but protect yourself. Stick together. Everybody else can come together and do it, so we should be able to do the same.
And knowing our rights too, man.
Yeah,
knowing what fucking rights we have as American citizens, as much as they try to treat us like we're not American citizens, we are American citizens, and we got to know what the fuck is our right. We got to know what they can and cannot do at these traffic stops. And I know sometimes it don't always matter and they don't always work, but I'd rather us be on the side of at least we know and we did what the fuck we were supposed to do and it didn't work. And we can fight for whoever it is that whatever happens at that damn traffic stop, but we really got to know more and teach our kids not only about their rights as American citizens, but the game, like as far as building businesses, learning what a trust is, knowing what a foundation is, knowing what all those different levels that some of us are just coming into in our 30s and 40s. I feel like our children need to know that as shit, 5, 6, 10, 12. They need to know that shit from then and learn. As we learning it and building it, teach their asses too, man, so that they can have a fighting chance and not be trying to build it.
What you teaching in school ain't got nothing to do with our lives.
No.
It really don't have shit to do with anything. They don't need none of that dumb bullshit when they leave. But those other children, they're learning about trust and day trading and stock markets. They're learning about all the shit they gonna need to build a legacy and have continued wealth from generation and generation. And that's what our babies need to know. And how to fucking shoot a gun.
Right.
Man. It's just so much to unpack, you guys. And I know this episode is kind of all over, but our tensions, our emotions, everything is all over right now because it's not just one story. It's not just two stories. It's Ahmaud. It's Doug Lewis, Drayshawn Reed, Shannon Brown getting arrested. It's just all these things happening, these transgressions, if you will, against Black people. And it's just piling up. And
that's just the ones we know about.
And that's just the ones we know about.
Mm-hmm.
And I can only imagine what's happening out in them backwoods in Mississippi, Louisiana, like where racism is thick. You know what I'm saying? It's still a real thing. It's like we think about the world we live in because it's changed and it's progressed. But there's some towns and places that have not progressed. And even if they have progressed, definitely not as much as we have. You know what I'm saying? They don't have internet. And I know in 2020 it's hard to think of a world like that that could be within our country, but some shit is out there.
Yeah.
And I just wonder what we don't know about.
Man, I got family that lives in the backwoods of Mississippi, and it's literally like that. Like people don't understand. Like in those areas, like Louisiana, Mississippi, this shit is like separated from what's really going on in the world, and they still kind of in the past,
Yeah.
which people just don't understand. I mean, but that's a city people that no, no, my family tried to take me back to the roots just to understand like this is where it's at, and I wish I could take my kids there, but I mean, it is people that still live that way.
Yeah, and I'm not the motherfucking one. I ain't the one. Yeah, man, we don't want to go back there because, yeah, it's not gonna be good.
Got family in Georgia. That's actually in Georgia, man, and like, yeah, man, that's how it is over there. I don't even care how it is.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you what ain't gonna happen though. I guarantee you they ain't gonna take 74 days from let mine go down. Let mine get shot. You ain't gonna take 74 days. You're gonna hear about that night.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I just know how I can be. And I know like the situations I've been in where, you know, my brother has kind of throughout my older teenage, young adult life was in and out of the prison system. And there was one particular time where the cops raided our house to get my brother. And I knew he was about to be gone for a minute. So my mom ain't there. And the cops are surrounding him and I'm just holding him. Like, I can't let him go because I just felt like this might be the last time. And they're trying to physically get me off of him. And they're like, ma'am, you need to let go of him or we're going to physically get you off of him. And I remember I just couldn't let go. And as they started pulling on me, I could feel myself getting angry and talking shit like, leave me the fuck alone. Like, don't touch me. I can't be around those type of things. I'm going to blow the fuck up. And the only thing that got me off of my brother is my mom finally came home and screamed me like, hey, like, you were about to go to prison, like, or go to jail, get off of him. Other than that, I would have tried to fight every fucking officer in that house for trying to get me off of my brother. So I know I can't be in a situation where my loved ones is getting dogged or getting the bullshit beat out of them by cops. Like, gun badge be damned, I can't do it. We people at this point, and you fucking with mine. So you're going to have to feel me, or I'm going to die trying. That's just where I'm at with it.
I think what they need to know is just because you got that badge don't make you above me. You know, so I think that's where the lines get kind of crossed with some of that stuff. You know what I mean?
For sure.
That's a superhero sign, and that shit is not where it's at.
No, definitely. Like I said, man, it's, you know, don't think you more than me because that's just the occupation you chose.
That's a job you chose.
That don't make you bad. And you work for me because I pay taxes, which pays for what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Our supposed to be our cops.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's like they've been trained that no one can talk down to you. You're above everybody. If they look at you disrespectfully, they say anything disrespectfully, you have free reign to break their necks. If they're if they're darker than a certain color, then that's how, and it's really been proven, like, well, I can't say it's been proven, but people have come out, ex-police officers, and say, we have been trained to treat white people differently from black people. Like, if they look like a criminal, and they've been conditioned to think that criminals are people of color, of course they're going to treat us differently because that's what y'all conditioned them to believe. But I know hella white criminals. I know a lot of them.
Yeah, those are the serial killers.
Right.
Mass
killers and shit. Hell yeah.
That they bring in the cuffs as if they did nothing wrong. Well, you know,
they walk them out and shit. Like, how you walk out a serial killer?
You walk him out and give him some water. Make sure he's okay, buddy. Hey, look, You know, you just had a bad day, and it's things from your past that no, fuck all that, all that. Like, because if it was one of us, we might not.
wouldn't have made it to the cuffs. We wouldn't have made it to the cuffs.
We wouldn't have made
You know
it.
what I'm saying?
Make it to the cuffs.
And if we made it to the cuffs, we probably got to get our ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? Before the cameras hit. Oh, he tried to resist the arrest. And probably it didn't even try to resist the arrest. We got beat up because, you know what I'm saying, you were angry. But Timmy, he just had issues when he was younger. So that's why he did. But then when it's, you know what I'm saying, and now with Ahmaud, they probably gonna come on and say, oh, well, you know, when he was younger, he was in the gang.
That's what they do.
I hate when they do that. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
In their past, they ain't got nothing to do with what just happened.
Right.
But they do it every single time, though.
Every time. I mean, that's typically what happens every time they bring up, well, he was this type of person in the past. Like, yeah, but he didn't shoot nobody.
Change. Right. He wasn't in this situation. Sorry. Right. Try it fucking again, man. Try it again. And
convicted of selling drugs 5 years ago. You know, that shows the type of character he got. No, it don't. Where do you get this? No. No. We're not going to try to say this guy was a criminal now. No, you can forget all that. We're talking about what happened today.
Mm-hmm.
It kills me, man, you know?
Yeah, we living in, I won't say, you know how our families will say we live in our last days, but we definitely living in some trying times. It is really, it's a struggle to be Black in America sometimes. And I definitely still would have traded for anything in this world. I love our people. I love our culture. I love how even when shit it gets so tough, we do know how to come together. We know how to make each other laugh. We know how to invent some shit. You know what I'm saying? Half of the shit that this world uses as a convenience or comfort comes from our people. And so it all starts with us, realizing it's a us thing. And for us to get to where we're trying to get as a people, as far as being super self-sufficient, that means every single one of us walking in our truths and saying, fuck our insecurities, because we got something to bring to the table that only can come through us. And if we are not living as our highest selves and in our full potential, loving who that person is, the rest of us suffer. And I think that we can kind of see that's what the hell's going on. The chosen people, we suffering because we are not all coming together. We out here in this damn desert walking around and around and around, and we ain't finding what the fuck we supposed to be finding because we are not walking in our truths.
We're competing.
That's
Much competing. That's what we're doing.
I would say.
We compete against each other all day long.
But we got to stop letting that be the message. That's what we're doing. But it's a us thing. Yes, because we don't like what we see in ourselves and other people. So if we just keep focusing on fix what you don't like in yourself, so that when you see it in other people, you can show them grace. You can show them mercy because you know how it was for you to get through that shit and to get over that shit. And by seeing the change in yourself, that's going to make them be like, damn, I remember when Rob was like such and such. Look how much he's changed. He glow a little differently. He walk differently. Damn, that's Regal? She done went through some shit. How she still smiling? It's going to take that. Not us telling them, but showing them. And I think we just got to really start focusing on us and what we got to bring to the table and make sure we get that shit off the ground and running because our people need us. Our people need us, man. Our fucking people need us. And it's on us because who else? Who the fuck else? Our civil rights activists are right here. It's me. It's you. It's a us thing. No one else is going to come up and show up and fight for us. That's just really what it is, y'all. That's what we got to do differently. And I think if everybody could take that and run with it, we be on some shit, some great shit. And we really can start to see change happening within our communities. Just look at what Nipsey was trying to do before they took him out. You know what I'm saying? Like really taking where the fuck you come from and going within and realize, okay, let me work on self and put my best self for it so that I can bring my community up, man. That's what it's all about. They taking us out, man. But the ones that still here, we still got it. We still got it.
You try to make a little bit too much change.
Who?
Take you out.
Okay.
Take you out.
But our legacy is always here.
Yeah, that's facts. You know what I'm saying? So legacy's always here, but we got to do more in March. I can tell you that. You know? How long? Like Ryan Davis said, how long? Right? How many more of these incidences is it going to take? Which one is going to wake you up? This one should have really woke a lot of people up. And all it's going to do is 2-3 months down the line, it's going to be, oh, well, we opened everything back up. Yay, world's back to normal.
And sweep this under the rug. That's exactly how it's going to go. I hope.
That,
like you said, we just got to keep it on the forefront, because if not, it is going to get swept up, because everything's going to change around it.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, like it has to wake us everybody up, because I was baffled by just that date, that time. Like you said, 74 days. I'm baffled how these cats walking around. I don't understand.
Like nothing happened.
So, you guys, we're going to wrap this one.
Right. Like, I'm kind of stuck on what to say. Like, I mean, like I said, there's just so much going on at so little time. Like, you just kind of stumped. You don't even know what to do. Like, we stuck in the house. We hear this, that. It's like, it's so much going on. Like, you really don't know how to even respond to a lot of things, because you just kind of stuck. It's too much at one time.
Like, do I even want to go outside?
Like, one thing is another, though. Like, it's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? You're going to get killed by Corona. You sure Corona going to kill me? Or it ain't going to be something else? Somebody thinking that I did something.
Mr. Officer going to get me before the COVID do.
Right.
He's going to damn sure get me before that.
You talking about, well, man, you ain't scared of COVID-19? Hell no. I'm scared of a lot of other things in life other than that. But, it's, you know what I'm saying? I really don't fear a lot in life. Like I said, I fear God. It's, when you go through so much, you know what I'm saying, you've been fearing things for so long, at some point you just be like, you know what? I do believe in God. I fear God. Period. Men bleed like I bleed. You know what I'm saying? But to ask me to be afraid of COVID-19 or coronavirus, whatever you want to call it, to ask me to wash my hands and sanitize my hand constantly, not to touch my face, wear a mask, I can't run down the street comfortably. I ain't worried about no COVID-19. I could have had pneumonia and died already. I could have been a diabetic. I could have had cancer. Mm-hmm. I could have had HIV plus AIDS. Anything in this world that was thrown out here into this world, I could have had all that. You know what I'm saying? So don't ask. I don't fear that. I'm not fearing no COVID-19, no coronavirus, none of that. I go to work every single day. I don't wear gloves constantly. I don't wash my hands constantly. And I touch stuff all the time. If I'm going to die, I'm going to die. You know what I'm saying? But
what you need to worry about is
stick with me since I've learned it is going to be 74. I'm thinking about 74 days. That's the number that's in my head. So when you tell me about 10,000, 11,000, 12,000, how many people died, 60%, 50%, explain to me 74 days. I want the small number first. Then all the rest of that, y'all can say whatever y'all want to after that. For me.
Preach.
I'm going to leave it.
Yeah. That's a word, bro. That is a word. Well, you guys, I urge you guys, try to stay safe out there. Love your damn self. Love on your family a little harder. Hold your kids a little tighter, man. And if you still got her, kiss your mama for a very long time tonight. Thank her for life. Praise her, worship her, love on her. Show creator, man. And
not just on Mother's Day either.
Yes, not just on Mother's Day, man.
In Black History.
No, you have to tell your mom you love her. Like, I'm a person that rarely use it, but I do have to catch myself saying it more often now, because the world is crazy, G. You never know.
Crazy. Yeah, man. We love y'all. We're going to link some of these articles that we got our information from in the description box. Make sure you guys are following us on IG, YouTube, Facebook, Culture of the Sexes. Please subscribe, share, follow, all that good jazz. And man, we love y'all. Stay safe.
Stay safe. BP.